Hi everyone, and thanks for joining us. This is Adam with AllProWebTools, and thanks for joining us for this month's webinar. The webinar for this month's topic is how to use your customer relationship management system profitably, and also just customer relationship management in general. So, we're very lucky today. We're going to have Jessica Peterson on the show with us, and she is actually the founder of the Customer Wow project. The WOW stands for Win People Over and Increase Word of Mouth Referrals Today. Now, during the webinar, I want to make sure that if you have a question or if you have anything you want us to talk about that you don't think we're going to cover, go ahead and just type it into the right of the screen here. So that's my left, your right. There should be a place where you can put comments right over there. So go ahead and try that out now. Just let me know, any questions you have, or if there's something you want us to cover. And also, go ahead and just to test it out for now, just go ahead and put in what's the craziest thing that you've ever done to convert a lead. So that should be fun. All right. For those of you who are joining us for the first time today, and you don't know what AllProWebTools is, AllProWebTools is actually an all-in-one software solution for small business owners. Basically, it includes everything from your website to e-commerce. It's got a CRM system, which we'll be going over how to use that today. It also includes things like email marketing and also like reporting analytics. I could go on forever with everything that AllProWebTools does. But I'm not going to. So anyway, also another announcement, on April 8th, we're actually having our next seminar, which is here in Fort Collins, Colorado at the Rocky Mountain Innosphere, and that's going to be our Customer Connection Seminar, and we're going to be featuring Rob Maxwell, who's the owner of Maximum Achievement Coaching, and he's going to be telling us all about how you can find new customers and keep them coming back. So the doors for that open at 5. That's at the Rocky Mountain Innosphere in Fort Collins, Colorado, and you're all invited. Tell your friends. Also, we're having a special offer. There's for any referrals that you're able to give, we're offering 2 hours of free marketing, which is $120 value. So anyway, and for each referral, they'll get $100 off. All they have to do is use the coupon code webinar3. Okay, and now I'm going to, as I mentioned earlier, Jessica Peterson with the Customer Wow Project's on with us today, and she's going to talk a little bit, and she's going to talk about basically what it is she does and the Customer Wow Project and how it can help you basically keep customers. So, anyway, I'd like to introduce Jessica Peterson.
Hi, thank you for having me. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Thumbs up, yes. Yes, cool. You're doing awesome. You sound like a professional TV, radio DJ, Adam. Have you done this before?
Yeah, I'm kind of a big deal.
I love it. That's awesome. And I love your shirt. I don't have my AllProWebTools shirt. I didn't know I was supposed to wear one.
Oh, you don't have to. Don't worry about that.
Okay.
So anyway, thanks for joining us. I guess just let's get started, and maybe you can tell us and everyone listening a little bit more about you and Customer Wow Project.
Well, thank you again for having me, and I look forward to anybody watching now or later on down the road. My ultimate goal is to bring value to you. So a little bit about my background actually was over 20 years ago. I started in the banking industry, and instantly I was top sales, and I claim to be far away from a sales expert, although my business partner, I do think of her as a sales expert. But what I really found is it was just truly caring for people, taking an interest in people, and that was the foundation and formula to future success. And you kept winning awards, top sales, but more than that was just the relationships that we're building and being there for people achieving their business goals or their personal goals in the financial industry. So fast forward, I'll never forget in 2008, I just got hooked on Facebook. It was an aha moment right away. What a great way to stay in touch with my favorite people, to see what's happening with their family and their friends and their life. And I remember going to people and people would say, what's Facebook? Ignore it. And now they're all addicted to it. And now look, Facebook's dominating the whole social media realm with over 1 billion people. So it absolutely makes sense. So through lots of investing time and money, what works and doesn't work, we created a whole platform for social media sales and body language to go into small or bigger companies and to not only educate or manage, but also create systems for them. Because I don't know about you, Adam, but we all know sometimes it can seem like the black hole, right?
No, absolutely. Especially, yeah, with so many different social platforms to choose from, it definitely is hard to figure out what to do.
Absolutely. People tell me, Jessica, it was 3 or 4 hours, and I thought it was only 10, 15 minutes, and it's just this black hole time warp. So time is valuable, and really take the time, pause this video, reflect on it the next day or two, and imagine what you could do with all this extra time. Yes, social media is valuable for your business. The statistics keep showing it over and over, and anybody who opts in for my training, they learn all those fun statistics. But with that being said, what's more important to me is what would you do with that time saved? Is it be golfing, volunteering with your kids, with your husband or wife, or traveling more? Time is so valuable. Think of this, as someone once said, if you could just save 30 seconds a day, that's over, what, 3 hours a year?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, it's pretty powerful. And I want you to really imagine with your time, if you could streamline your social media, what would you do with all the extra time?
Okay, well, that certainly sounds useful. I do have a quick question here. What in terms of, there's so much out there. There's Facebook, there's Pinterest, there's Google Plus, there's LinkedIn. What's the main reason that, not only the main reason social media is such a powerful tool, but what's the most effective way to manage those different tools in order to connect with customers? Because some people would say, oh, I don't have time for all of that. Well, what would you say? I guess my question is, what would you say to the people who say they don't have time to manage all those different social media accounts?
Okay, so I think there was multiple questions in there. So the first one is, where should you be on social media? Well, it's really, where are your potential clients or your ideal client? Where are they hanging out? So that's number one. And when I look at social media, it's really no different from a business plan. You really have to plan and be strategic. So it's like building a house. You have certain steps to build that house before you can move in and have success, and then there's always still maintaining of the house. Well, it's the same with social media. There's going to be work up front. What does your perfect plan look like for you? And then what's the checklist or systems created, and then the maintaining.
Right. Okay. Well, I guess as far as maintaining goes, how much time should people be spending, every day, every week? Like, how much time should people allot to try and connect with customers through social media?
That's a great question, and it really does depend on your company. So a larger corporation, when we go into them, it's much more work. So usually they hire us to manage it or to keep coaching them through the process, or they have us come in and teach their team to do it. Somewhere, I wish I kept this article recently, and I believe it, they say the average time is 50 hours a week for a bigger company. But if you're a smaller business, I've seen it all the way down to 30 minutes a day. So when we take clients through our social media sales and body language bootcamp, we really create a system custom-made for them to make it, time efficient. And I've seen it all the way down to 30 minutes a day.
Okay. Well, so 30 minutes a day sounds like a pretty good answer there, but it also sounds like you would suggest basically all the employees learning as well. So anyway, cool. Very good information there. I guess here's another question. How do you recommend small business owners manage their personal versus their business profiles? Because, a lot of times people just go out, and I think we've all seen this and been slightly annoyed when people are trying to push to all their friends and family and everybody their particular business, but through their personal profile rather than their business profile. How would you recommend basically spacing that out?
That's a great question, and you brought up a good point. A lot of people complain that people seem to forget that social media is social. It's not selling media, it's social media. And again, be really strategic. What's your plan with your personal profile? Every person's going to be different. Some people say just stay in touch with family. Some people say for that presence because I'm a leader, top mind awareness, for the connections, keep clients, gain clients. Everybody's going to be different. But even your personal profile, you should go into it with a plan of action. And probably the number one tip I want to give right now is really look at your purpose and goal and then see if your profile meets that. So your personal profile reflects upon your business or your company as well.
Okay. Well, that's good to know then. Especially since I know recently Facebook's been making a lot of changes to it, especially with the way that you now pay to reach people who like you, and it's kind of hard to tell what to do and not to do. So it sounds like you know a lot about that. So
thank you. I've invested way too much time and money into it so over the years.
okay. Well, I guess how can people get in touch with you if they want to learn more about the Customer Wow Project?
They can go to customerwowproject.com. We have all our social channels there. There's a contact us form. There's a blog there. And definitely, I want to hear from each person. What do you appreciate about social media? What challenges do you have? And again, I want it to be a communication, format. I want to hear from people.
Okay, that's great. Well, hey Paige, could we take a look at the Customer Wow Project real quick? There's what the website looks like. So just go ahead and check it out, customerwowproject.com. So.
Thank you.
Anyway, thanks Jessica for being here today with us. I really appreciate your time.
Thank you so much. Oh, and Adam, can I just share one? I've gotten a couple success stories. Can I share one that maybe? And the reason why I want to share it is because I want people to think that this can be them. Can I share it really quick?
Oh, absolutely. That'll help people understand more kind of what you do. So yeah.
Okay. Well, it just excites me to hear of these stories. So a recent one, I've gotten plenty, but one that really stands out is an amazing gentleman. He fought cancer, pursued his dreams. He's an insurance agent. And what he loves is not only the wonderful relationships that have come through his life, but his first 15 days, he's created an additional over $32,000 income to his insurance agency by implementing our program.
Wow.
And yeah, I mean, that's just one of many stories. So it excites me to hear stories of relationships and income. It's not just about the income, but it's a combination. And he said it's funny, his children are saying, wow, Dad, all of a sudden you're becoming popular on Facebook. And he's all really excited about it. So it's more than just about the money. And every person who goes through our program will have a Wow Giver certificate. And they can showcase that in their office and say, I'm a wow giver, and then they can explain what that means, that they value their community, they value relationships, they value people. And it just goes, it's an easy way to have a conversation that it's more than just about, hey, use me, I want your money.
Well, that's definitely important, because I know I wouldn't, that does not appeal to me when people just are kind of pushing themselves on social media with, blindly without any, I guess, purpose other than trying to sell me. So anyway, that sounds great, and that sounds a great job. Would you say 32,000 over a period of a month, or what was the time?
15 days. After 15 days.
Wow.
Okay. Yeah.
All right, great. Well, thanks for sharing that with us, and thanks for being here today. I really appreciate you coming on and telling everyone about social media and what they can do to increase word-of-mouth referrals. So I appreciate it. Thanks a lot.
I appreciate you. Talk to you soon. Bye.
All right, bye. Talk to you soon. Okay, so now what I want to do is, that was really cool that Jessica could join us today. What I want to do is I want to move on to the demo and basically show you how to use the CRM system that's in AllProWebTools. And again, CRM stands for Customer Relationship Management. So for those of you who are following along and don't have a console, just go here to demo.allprowebtools.com. So just type that in, and it's going to take you to a sample website here. This is Sarah's Flower Shop, and you can follow along just by coming over here to the Demo Info button and then clicking Log In. Once you're here, the username is demo, and the password is demo. So once you type that in, you can go ahead and click Sign In. And once you're signed in, you're going to be at the dashboard for AllProWebTools. So I'm just going to take a minute and see if anybody has asked any questions or anything like that. And I just want to remind everyone that you can let me know what you want to hear about. So now I'm going to go ahead and talk a little bit more about the CRM system within AllPro. All right, so if you're logged in, which again, if you don't remember, it's demo.allprowebtools.com. And then you just click the demo button and log in. Okay, so here we are. We're at the dashboard. And now the first place you can go to figure out what is a CRM. It's basically a list of all your customers that you have and all your contacts that you have. So within that, let's go over here and check out what some of these contacts look like. So here's a list of all the different contacts. Now each person has their phone number, their email, and the personal profile that you have put in for them. Now this is really useful because a lot of people they'll go to networking events, or they'll meet people just around town, or they'll meet customers, and they'll keep their business card because everyone has a business card that they give out. Now a lot of times people will just keep a pile of business cards sitting on their desk, and whenever they need to look at it, look at somebody, they'll have to sort through the business cards, and then the business cards go flying everywhere, and it makes a messy desk. It's just messy. So what you can do with AllProWebTools is you can actually come over here to this plus button, and you can click plus a new contact right here. Now that's going to give you the option to create a user profile for, not a user profile, a contact profile for anybody that you've met. So Eric Zabala here, you can actually put in his first name by clicking there, his last name by clicking on the last name field. You can click enter company if they're associated with a company. And then in the contact information, you just click to add addresses, phone numbers, emails. You just click the little check mark when you're done to save it. You can add as many phone numbers as you want. You can add as many emails as you want, and as many URLs as you want if they have a website associated with them. In addition, let's say Eric Zabala has, I don't know, maybe his wife or his daughter or his son is also has their own separate information, and you want to keep them under the same person. You can just add more contact information by adding the address book and clicking add new, and then you can have as many under this particular profile as you want. So you'll notice down here, this looks pretty similar to the front page, right? This is the workflow timeline, and there's a workflow timeline associated with each contact. So let's say that I go to a networking event, and it was a I don't know, coffee fanatic networking event. I can say I met Eric at the coffee fanatic networking event. And then I can just click save. And now you'll see the user profile for this is demo, but your user profile would appear with a picture of you and the when this happened. It's up to the minute accurate, and it also includes notes. So this is actually really useful because you're not going to remember everybody you meet. You meet tons of people every day. Do you really want to? I mean, I bet a lot of those people you don't even remember their first names anymore. So it's really useful just to be able to put how you met them, where you met them, and all that down here. Or if, let's say, you left a voicemail on a certain day, you can just type in left voicemail. And then you've kind of got this running up-to-date status with every person. So as you can see, the workflow timeline is going to show how many people, it's going to show different notes, it's going to show emails that were sent to them, it's going to show abandoned carts. So if they came to your website and they added items to their cart but then they never checked out for some reason, it'll show you whatever products they did not buy or they wanted to buy but put in their cart and then abandoned, as well as the total amount. It shows you orders that are not paid for, and an order doesn't have to be an e-commerce product. It could be a service. So you can have a product type of service. It could be a membership. It could be a rental. Let's say you're renting a cabin out. You could actually have that there, and it'll show red if they haven't paid for it, and green if they have paid for it. You can also have account credits. So let's say you'll notice up here, he's got 500 credits remaining under his account. he can actually come up here to his name and go to the time card system and clock in under Eric's account. So then you could actually have hourly it deducting credits based on how much time you've actually clocked in under them. So anyway, this is a very useful tool here. And another pretty cool feature is this downlines. If you click it, it'll actually show you how you got a referral. So it'll show you the ways that you got Eric Zabala. And it'll show you based off, and as you add more people with who referred who, this will actually grow, and you can kind of see how your network has grown. Also, let's go over here. A lot of people wonder, or they don't want to drop leads, and they don't want to forget to call people and that sort of thing, because one of the most important, one of the biggest mistakes you can make, honestly, is if you have somebody who's a hot prospect, so they're likely to buy your product, and then you just don't follow up with them, so they never buy. Well, there's a solution to that. All you have to do is come over here to the Account Insight section, and you can add a status for the people. So you can add them as a hot lead. You can add them as a lead. You can even add a new status that's a custom status that you just create yourself. So let's see. I go ahead and I'm going to add him as a hot lead. Click the green check mark. And then I'll add myself as an account manager. So this profile is demo. You can have as many profiles as you want with AllProWebTools at no additional charge. So you could have all your employees have a profile, and then you could tag people as account managers if you wanted to. So I'm going to add myself. And then you can come down here, and this is one of the most important things. You can add a callback time. So I'm going to go ahead and add a callback time of last week, Wednesday the 4th at 2:25 p.m. So now that I've done that, I can come up here and I'll click this little alert triangle, and it's showing me that I've got 22 new orders and one contact that needs to be called. So I'll just click the contact that needs to be called, and there's my list of contacts that need to be called. And as I add a second person with a callback time and a third person and a fourth person, they'll all appear right here in one list. So you're never going to forget to call somebody, because as long as you check your list. So, and then all you have to do if you want more information on this person as this list grows to be more people, you just click on them. And it's going to show you the last time they were contacted and all that good stuff. So now let's come down here to the tag section. How do you make sure that people are followed up? Basically make sure that they're followed up through emails, automated emails, and getting called by sales reps or whoever needs to be calling people. You come over here and you tag people. So we're going to say that we met him at the garden group. So I can come over here and put him in as a lead and also in the garden group. And this will ensure that any campaign, email campaign, which can be found over emails and managed campaigns, this will ensure that he'll be added to any campaign that basically has a trigger to put people in that campaign if they're under a certain tag. It also, basically, if you want to send an email, one of the features is you can actually send emails to only people who are in the garden group or any tag you want, and you can send them all out all at once. But if they're already a buyer, you probably don't want to send buyers the same email you're sending leads, and you probably don't want people calling and following up with leads to be thinking that they're calling a buyer. So you can tag people for whatever makes sense for that individual. Yeah. So another important strategy to keeping up with, first I want to remind people that they can use comments and basically let us know if there's anything you want to hear about that you don't think I'm covering. And then also let us know if you just have any comments with personal experiences. So now come over here to the right-hand side and you'll see the pipeline. Now the pipeline, you can add a confidence level. So let's say you have a high confidence level that you're going to close a sale because this guy is a lead currently. You can even type in the amount. So let's say you decide to put in $500 as the amount, and you can even put in a predicted close date. So this is all part of just keeping yourself organized, because staying organized is one of the things that makes it so that you do follow up with leads. And again, following up with leads makes it so that's how your business gets new customers. So anyway, we just added him as 500 with a confidence level as high and a close date of the 19th. So let's go ahead and scroll to the top. If you come over here to your name, you can actually come down to your sales pipeline. Now, your sales pipeline is what allows you to prioritize, because how do you know who to call? You probably want to be calling the highest value leads first as opposed to last, because you've only got so many hours in a day, so you got to figure out who's the most important person to spend your time calling, rather than those people that are probably not going to buy. So if you just come over here, here's your pipeline. Again, I got to this, everyone has this, and I got to it by clicking the name and then coming down here to sales. So here I am in the sales pipeline. And you can see there's Eric Zabala with a high confidence, the value. You can set different commission rates. So if you're on a sales team, or if you manage a sales team, you can see how much commission you stand to make on that particular sale. It shows you the last contacted date, and then the next call date, which is that callback notification section that I just showed a second ago. It also says the expected close date and the date it was created, or the contact was created. So then you can come down to the bottom of the sales pipeline. It shows you all the totals. So it shows you how much commission you stand to make currently. It shows you the value that stands to come to the company as revenue, which is important to know, because you have to be able to kind of predict and know what's going to happen, so that you can know how much you can spend on marketing, new equipment, whatever. So it's just a very useful way to stay organized. So let's go ahead and take a look at the paid section. There's nothing in here right now because nothing's been paid for this demo profile, but you can actually easily go in and look and see how much commission has been paid, how many sales have been closed, and then within a given date range, of course. So up here, you can change the date range to be whatever range you want it to be. And then you can also go to unpaid and see which ones have not yet been paid. So anyway, that is how you do that. Now there's a whole bunch more that you can use with this system. Let's take a look at some of the affiliate links that you can create. So let's say you create a affiliate. Okay, let's say you have let's say you want to send out an email, and in that email you're offering some sort of bonus for a referral. You can actually create individual links that are automatically generated for each person that is getting a referral sent to them. So for instance, let's go ahead and check that out now. It basically, if the affiliate link is going to show how many people click through from that particular link that's associated with a given email address and therefore user. So let's take a look at that. So you would just go into the email system, and then all you'd have to do is click Edit, and then click Generate Affiliate URL. So what I want to do now is I want to send them, I want to send an email to the Rose group, because I want to basically follow up with those customers and make sure that they're being taken care of. So basically, oh, those are not roses. All right, there we go, roses. Red roses. Okay, so here we are. So I want to send people to this link. So what I'll do is I'll come over here to my email, and I'll enter this in there. Well, let me show you how to get there first. So I'll click this Generate Affiliate URL to get that to open. And then I'll just paste into this space and click Get URL. Now it's going to come up with this URL. For every single person that I send this email to, they're going to get a separate, slightly different URL. With a different scrambled mix of letters and numbers here at the end. So whenever people click through, so if you get 10 people to click through and 7 people to make a purchase from one person passing on an email, that's a great way to basically get more people and more customers from you're basically getting referrals from your current customer base. And so anyway, there you go. You can use that. All right. Do we have any questions related right now? No? Okay. I guess if you've got any more questions, go ahead and write them in right now. I'm going to go ahead and kind of go over basically one of the things I mentioned at the very beginning, which is right now we're offering 2 hours of free marketing to anybody that can bring us a referral. And also to the referrals that you bring, if you've got friends or family or you know other business owners that you think could use a system to stay organized and keep on top of customers, go ahead and basically go ahead and let them know that they can get $100 off their setup for AllProWebTools. And all they have to do is use the coupon code webinar3. So that's webinar spelled out WEBINAR, and then the number 3. Also, if you noticed, we sent out the newsletter on Monday. So go ahead and look for that in your email. We've got some pretty interesting articles, and yeah, it's pretty interesting. It talks more about the Customer Wow project, and as well as basically, we've got an article there that talks about how to keep basically keep leads and keep them interested and converting them. So then also, I want to re-mention that we're having the Customer Connection Seminar. That's going to be April 8th. The doors open at 5 p.m. and that's here at the Rocky Mountain Innisphere in Fort Collins, Colorado. So yeah, you're welcome to join us. There's going to be snacks and soda, so and also networking. So anyway, I hope you'll join us then. Also, if you lots of times we talk about different networking events. We at AllProWebTools go to a lot of networking events, and if you go in the Fort Collins or Loveland area, you've probably seen us there, even in the Denver metro area as well. So if you have any questions about different networking events that are out there, go ahead and give us a call, and we'd be happy to take you along as a guest or whatever else. Just give us a call and we'll let you know when those are going to be. And that's all the time we have for today. I want to thank you for joining us, and also I want to thank Jessica Peterson for joining us as well. If you've got any other questions or anything, just go ahead and email us at support@allprowebtools.com, and that is going to be, we'll make sure and get back to you within the day. So anyways, thank you. Go out there and basically fill up your customer relationship management system and use it properly so that you never drop another lead again. This is Adam with AllProWebTools, and thanks for joining us.